Today's video, we're going to focus on one thing I've actually been asked about quite a bit over on Twitter in the comments section. What I've seen in people's streams is that a lot of people are wondering why sometimes when they go and melee someone, sometimes it takes 3 times, sometimes it takes twice, sometimes when they're getting meleeed, it's 3 times or twice, which that wouldn't really make sense. So a lot of people are asking, hey, is there chest shot melee damage or leg damage different than upper torso and headshot? So we're going to take a look at that and what things could be contributed in this, and what are some of the issues related to melees that maybe you didn't know about that maybe you could take advantage of if you end up with a particular weapon, because there are some scenarios where you're going to be able to guarantee a 2-hit melee within Warzone. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Goal in today's video is 2,500 likes. If you're brand new, want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, just subscribe at the bottom, hit the red subscribe button with notifications on, ring that bell, all that good stuff. Also, reminder, today is the last day for 30% off Gfuel. I have the code running until the 14th of August. So if you want to stock up on one of those samplers, or go ahead and stock up on one of the flavors you've already received, link in the description, or just code JGOD at checkout. All right, so we're in a basic gunfight match where the health regens. We got 300 health each. We're going to push towards the middle, and what we're going to look at is no matter where I hit the character with the pistol, we're going to get 90 damage. So if I go ahead and melee the toe, let me get a little bit closer. 90 damage, so that brings it down to 210. If I, the thigh, the shoulder, the back of the head, even if I jump, well, that didn't finish regenning all the way. Let's go ahead and get that all the way. Even then, with some velocity on there, if I double hit, it's not like the second hit does more damage. They both do that. Let me go ahead and do it a little bit closer together so the animation is different. You can see, left you with 30, which means it does 90 all the way across the board. Let's go ahead and try it with another gun. This is an LMG. Still 90. 90. Pretty much anywhere you do it, it's going to be 90. So it kind of ends up bringing in the question, like, how the heck does this happen then, where you can end up with a scenario where it would do more than 125, because that's the goal. If you're trying to melee in 2 shots, it's got to be 125. And pretty much there is a piece of equipment in the game called a breacher device. And some blueprints actually carry this. It's pretty rare. Most of them aren't going to have it. But you can see right here, if we look at the M4A1, I have a breacher device on. Heavy hitter doesn't really change the damage. It just affects the kick when the players actually hit with it. The one that does make it pretty fast is fast melee. It will speed it up, so you will see that difference. I don't think these perks are necessarily something you should run, but in general, if you use the breacher device, what this will do is it'll increase the damage significantly and actually put you in a situation where you're going to get the maximum damage possible. All right, so once we equip that breacher device, you can see that the melee is still going to do its thing, but when I do the damage this time around, it ends up doing 135 damage, so we hit that magic number of 125. So I think the misconceptions or things that are happening are, A, the obvious one. People only have 125 health because they only have 1 plate. So that brings it, or 150 because they're only rocking 1 plate. And if you do 2 melees, that's going to do 180 damage. So that's the first one, a little bit more obvious. The other one is you're looting around, you pick up a gun. There are a couple guns. There's an Uzi, I believe. There's a VLK, and there's also PKM. So depending on what season you're in, the gun might have dropped with one, and you just happen to have it. Come in for the melee. You get that melee damage. You can see it'll do 180. Other bonus tip, kind of related to meleeing, but really not all that crazy, is if you actually hold the melee to do the execution, the melees are all the same. The executions are all the same. So regardless of the operator or the actual one you choose, they all are the exact same length. I went and looked at a few dozen of them side by side, measuring the lengths, and they pretty much are all the exact same. And there's no really variation. So there's not like an advantage in using one over the other. Even though some look cooler, the rare occasion that you will pull those off, it's not like, hey, you use this one because it's 20% faster. It's just not the case. But that hopefully should answer that thing. I think most people aren't aware of how big a difference that is. Obviously, in the description here for the equipment, it says muzzle attachment that enables 1-hit kills. But obviously, every description of the game is geared towards multiplayer. So is that bumping it to 100? So it'd still be 3 melees? Obviously, we know now that it's going to be 135 damage. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, learned something new. It was a quick, short one. If you did, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, just make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.